Hey guys, Michael from COPPERVSGLASS, and these are the best budget Bluetooth speakers to start 2017. So, let's take a look. First up then we have the UMI, which is a really awesome speaker, and it starts off with dual 12-watt drivers and a subwoofer, which produces really great sound, although it can be a little bit bass heavy at times. It's got a built-in 4400 mAh rechargeable battery, and in terms of the build quality, this thing is built like a tank. It's aluminium all the way around, it has a really sturdy rubber base, and in terms of the actual speaker itself, it's something that I think is going to hold up really well over time. Now don't get me wrong, it is completely made of metal, and it may be a little bit soft in terms of the material it's made of, so maybe some scratches will appear over time, but in terms of the buttons, they're very clicky, and the I/O in terms of the headphone jack and also the micro USB connector are really easy to get to, and just in general it's a really awesomely built speaker. Now the next speaker is the IEEE Amir waterproof Bluetooth speaker, and I've actually done a full review on this which I'm going to have linked in the description down below, but to put it simply, this is a really awesome rugged speaker. If you want to take it out and about, whether you're going camping or climbing or anything outdoors, this is definitely the speaker to take. In terms of the audio, it does sound really good as well, and it's also waterproof, IPX6 water resistance, dustproof, so it's a really awesome outdoor speaker, and I can definitely recommend it if you're going out and about. Next up then we have the Anker Fear, which is an IPX7 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Now this one is waterproof up to 30 minutes at a depth of 1 meter, and again the sound quality is really good for the size. You're going to get about 8 hours playback, and again, much like the speaker before, it's a really rugged design, so again this is for when you want to go out and about, and you can kind of tell from the fact that it has this lanyard as well, so if you do want to attach it to a bag or just in general carry it around or hang it up at a campsite, then you've got the option to do so. The actual buttons themselves are really easy to access as well. They may be a little bit mushy, but they're really easy to access, and you've also got a really awesome tripod mount on the bottom, so if you did want to put it somewhere more permanent or somewhere a bit more sturdy, you can always attach it to a tripod if you want really easily. And lastly we have the Hanstack K5 wireless Bluetooth speaker. Now this isn't necessarily the best built. It is a very plastic design which I'm not necessarily a massive fan of, but in terms of the sound quality it is actually quite good, but it's also water resistant as well, down to IPX4, so it's water resistant, so if you do want to get it out in the rain for instance, then you're not really going to have any trouble, but you definitely don't want to take this into water for long periods of time. Now it is completely made of plastic as I mentioned, so in terms of build quality it's definitely not the best, and it does also have a kind of lanyard I guess, which is made of leather. However, I'm pretty sure it's not leather. It does feel very plasticky and also very thin, so in terms of design this definitely isn't my favourite out of the bunch, but if it is something that you like with a kind of space grey design to match your MacBook or your iPhone, then yeah, it's quite a good speaker. Now as with all of my Bluetooth speaker reviews and also headphone reviews, sound is completely subjective. However, for me the UMI has to be the best in terms of sound quality. As I mentioned, it's got really good bass, and just in general it sounds really awesome with those 12-watt speakers. Next up I'd say has to be the IEEE Amir rugged speaker. Again, it does sound quite nice, but it's not the best overall, and actually in terms of rugged speakers, if we're sticking solely to that, then the Anker Fear has to be my choice, and the fact it's IPX7 water resistant is really awesome as well, and unfortunately the Hanstack K5 has to be the worst sounding speaker, and that may be just because it's made out of a really cheap plastic material, which isn't necessarily the best, but when you take into account price, it's not all that bad. So if I had to rate these speakers, the Hanstack K5 would have to come in at number 4, the IEEE Amir rugged speaker would have to come in at number 3, because it does have really good build but doesn't necessarily sound great, followed by the Anker, as this one for me with the IPX7 water resistance is awesome, and the winner for me has to be the UMI, just because the build quality and also the sound. I don't think that you can go wrong with an aluminium speaker like this, and it just sounds really awesome. Now that to me is probably down to the dual 12-watt drivers, which produce some really awesome highs, and also the bass is really good with this as well. Now it does also have the biggest battery out of the bunch, which can give you up to 16 hours of playtime, which is really awesome as well. And just in general, for me, the build quality, if you're going to have this somewhere around your flat or around your home, then you definitely can't go wrong. And if you want to show it off to some friends and things, they're going to think it's a really awesome design, and for me it has to be the best built out of the bunch, and the sound quality is definitely the best. So for me, the UMI speaker has to be the winner, but as always, all of the links to every Bluetooth speaker that I've spoken about in this video will be down in the description down below. And that is going to do it for this video. Now I have been sent all of these Bluetooth speakers for the purpose of review, however everything that I've said in this video is my own opinion, and if you guys want any more information for any of these speakers, let me know in the comments section down below, or just have a look in the description as I'm going to have links to everything that I've spoken about in this video. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up down below, and if you want some more great content, don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be a bunch more videos coming in 2017 from COPPERVSGLASS, so please do hit that subscribe button so you get all of the most up-to-date content as and when it's released. I'm Michael from COPPERVSGLASS, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.